Hi guys, and welcome to another Bootstrap 4 video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, we've got a basic Bootstrap 4 starter template here, just a basic couple of sections with no decoration really. And we're going to demonstrate the viewable height and viewable width viewport settings for CSS, for sizing and shaping things. So let's go into our text editor. I'm using Brackets text editor today, and if you don't have one, it's absolutely free. You can download it from a link below this video. If you do have a text editor, anyone will do. So here's our section, Bootstrap 4 starter template. Bootstrap 4 starter template. Let's just start by giving it a background color so we can see it a little better. So we're going to be using Inline Style today. So here's our section. I'm going to be working on the section itself. So after the class name there, I'm going to give it style, S-T-Y-L-E, equals. A couple of inverted commas. Inside there we want to put the style. So I'm just going to say background blue. That should enable us to see it. Save that. Let's go back and refresh. Now we should have a blue background on the top section there. There we go. As you can see, there's no padding. I think I'll make that writing white and we'll resize it. We can do that very easy with a Bootstrap 4 class. I'll just put that in the actual container below it. Text center, text light, text. Control S to save. Okay, now what we're going to do with this, we're going to size it using viewable width or visible width. Call it what you want. It's VW and VH. Visible width or viewable width is the amount, the size of your screen, the viewable area. Viewable height for Viewport is exactly the same for the viewable height of your screen, and every browser can calculate that depending on whatever device you're using. That's how we have responsive sites. Okay, so say we want this section to stretch 3/4 of the screen width. That's 75%, and each VH, viewable height, is 1%, so that would be 75 VH. So let's put that in there and see what happens. Back to our brackets. And in the style that we just did with the background there, after the last entry, after the semicolon, I'm going to say height 75 VH, viewable height, semicolon. Save that, go back to the site. Now when I refresh, you can see our section is stretching 75%. It may look a little bit more than that, but remember it's calculating all this viewable area at the top and the bottom as well. So that is actually 75%. Okay, so let's say we want to position, we've got this as text center, so it's centered, all right, but what if we want to vertically align it here? Well, we can use another bit of Flex CSS to make sure it's in the middle there. And just to show you, this will be 75% of the screen of a smartphone and a tablet too. I'm using Google Chrome here, so if I hit the F12, we'll get the inspector up. Let's just get it down a little bit. And the responsive device toggler, if I switch that on, it's stretching 75% of the tablet. Let's look on a phone. And again, as you can see, it's stretching 75% on the phone. So we want to vertically align our text here. Well, we can do that with a bit of Flex CSS. So let's go ahead and do that. And after our last entry right here, we'll put in Display Flex. And I'll put all this CSS below, and you're welcome to copy it, use it however you need to. And we'll say Flex Direction. and we want that to be column, so that's basically up and down. And we want to say justify content, and we want it to be in the center. So we'll say justify dash content colon, and we want it to be in the center, semicolon, in case we want to add some more code. Let's save that and see what we've got now. Control S to save, and I'll refresh. And as you can see, that content's jumped down to right in the center. And again, if you hit the F12, it's going to be in the center of your iPhone and your tablet. So it's a great way of centering things using that. So we've discussed viewable height. Let's discuss viewable width now. Let's get rid of this again. Say we want this section to be just 50% wide, or half the screen basically. We can do that with the viewable width CSS, so let's do that. So we've got a height there. Let's add a width. It doesn't matter where you put it. I'll just add it to the end here. Width, and let's say 50%, so we want 50 VW, viewable width. Save our changes there. And now if I refresh, as you can see, it's half the size of the screen. And again, if we hit the F12, it's half the size of the screen on the tablet and the phone also. Looks like we need to do a few media queries there to change the size of the font on the phone, but that's okay. That's not what we're about today. So let's just get rid of that again. And let's say, you know, you might want your little section on the left hand side, but really I want mine to be in the sort of center of all devices. So to do that, we'll just use a bit of margin auto. Back to our brackets text editor here. I'll add this on the beginning, it doesn't matter where. I'm just going to say margin colon auto semicolon. That should give it an equal margin left and right, thereby sort of pushing it to the middle of our screen. Save that, Control S, refresh, and there it is. It's in the middle of our screen, so everything's centered, and it'll stay centered on mobile devices as well. F12, as you can see, it's centered on the cell phone there. Like I say, we'd do some media queries, change the text size for the phone there if we were doing this. iPad, center, 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 that's fine. So that's a great way of using your viewable width and viewable height. They're great commands to use if you're using the Flex system. Works fine with Bootstrap 4, works with most WordPress sites as well for custom CSS. So let's get rid of this. So I hope you've enjoyed that and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, share, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're interested in web development, take a look down below. We've got some great free web development courses down there, as well as some premium courses with some huge discounts for our YouTube subscribers, so do check it out. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.